Good morning, traders. This is Ed Carter with the Trader Vision 2020 featured trade idea, the setup and trade plan for Tuesday, August 14th, 2018. Before we get started, I do want to give a warning. First of all, this entire blog is about trade ideas, not trade recommendations. Secondly, we need to know when we're trading. Let's just look at one of the major markets here, the IWM, the small caps. What has been going on since this beautiful late spring rally? Now let's move this up here so you can see. Since this late spring rally from, end of April through the middle of June, which was a gorgeous trend, we've had just a plethora of bearish and bullish signals mixed together, and darn few trends that last more than a few days, a couple days at most, and then we chop out. That's a great environment for a trader to get chopped to death. Specifically, you need to keep your eye on a sort of wedge forming here, with the bottom of the wedge coming up in here, and it's just an ever-tightening chop fest back and forth as we grind towards some sort of decision out here some point in the future. On Monday, we had that bearish signal, the bullish engulf. On last Friday, we had that high wick. I would not call that an inverted hammer because we haven't been in a pullback at that point. I would not call it. It's certainly too big of a body to call that a gravestone doji, but I don't like that high wick. And then we have the bearish signal on Monday. So just bear that in mind. With that said, let's look at drip. Drip is a 3x inverse or bear ETF of the oil and gas exploration sector. It has formed a bottom here since July, let's call it, and has been putting in higher highs and higher lows during that time. We have a long-term resistance. Let's get this at a weekly level. You can see on this weekly level, again, it shouldn't be a one penny wide line, but you've got touches there and touches there, touch there, the same thing here. We're looking at a level there around 650, 660, something like that, as one potential resistance. We've got another level up here with touches here, 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 and really there. Up around 7, let's call it 720, 735, something right in that area. So those will be our key levels here. If we were, for some reason, the market would change character and we would get a trend, this would be our second target up here, where you can see we've got several touches on that 825 level. So going back to the daily, you can see that one even better there. You can see how we've topped out here. You can see how we've had resistance there, both support on the way down and resistance on the way back up. And now we've broken through with a strong day on Monday, 7.25% day. I will be looking for an inside buy here. So a buy someplace inside the buy box. Ideally, I would get a wick that comes down here and retests this level to prove support and then bounces back up, and I would buy on the way back up, with the first target up here just shy of that 730 resistance level. And as I said, if we got real lucky and for some reason the market turned into a trending market for us, our second target would be up here around 8.25. So with that said, let's see if we can't plan a trade. Trade blog account, add drip. Being an ETF, we don't have to worry about earnings. We do have 5 bullish indicators in our favor, and just the one bearish. Again, no signal. We are working on that rounded bottom breakout and higher highs and higher lows there. I will plan this as 2 exits, but as I said, it's got to be, we've got to bank our profits there during the first target. I'm just going to pick a number someplace in this box, so let's call it 668 as an entry point, with that 720, whatever, 727 as a target price. And again, whoops, what was I saying? My stop prices be down here about, let's call it 650, and 727 is that first target, with 820 as a second target. It says we can do 833 shares. Let's look at 800. I think that's going to be too big. Yeah, so let's knock that down to 700. Well, no, let's make it 600. See what that does. 600 might be acceptable, so let's see what happens. We have $108 risk to that stop, and again, we're not going to take that entry until we see a bounce up and back through. Let's say that we sell half at that first target, as I want to do. If we had to sell the entire position, we can in fact book our trade goal at that first target, which is what I want. We get 3.28 to 1. So that's ideal, and that will be, let's call it a plan B that we keep close at hand. But if we were able to just sell half there, and we were able to get that trend and get up to 820, obviously we would have a very nice position there on the second. Let's move this out here. On that second half, that's a almost 23% run, and that would give us overall 633 bucks. So almost 6 to 1. Risking 108 for the chance to make 633, or risking 108 to make our 350. I believe it's 354 if we have to sell the entire position at that first target. As you can see, we can sell the entire position and make our trade goal just about where we had set our first target, about 726, so right in there. So that will be the trade idea for Tuesday. Please evaluate this against your view of the market, and again, you do not have to trade. No trade is sometimes your best trade. If you do decide to take it, if it does meet your style, your view of the market, your trading rules and criteria, then I wish you the best of luck. Regardless, I wish you the best of luck in the market, and we hope to see you in the trading room.